I'm always looking for the best eSIM deal for data on my travels, and I think I might have found an excellent one to share with you. Because maybe the last thing you want to be thinking about is how much data you're using, whether it's going to be enough, and how much extra data is going to cost you. I mean, you've got enough things to be thinking about just trying to have a good time, and maybe even replying to the occasional work email while you're at it. No, what you need is an unlimited data plan. So when Holafly asked me to test their service, I said, sure, let's do it. So thanks to Holafly for that, and there's a code for you at the end of this video. But to be honest, I was a little skeptical. I mean, just how unlimited is unlimited? And will I get a crappy signal or even get throttled if I was considered to be using too much data by their local provider? Because that's how eSIMs work. eSIM companies don't actually provide the data, but they have an arrangement with local mobile network providers that do. Essentially, they pay rent for bandwidth and then they sell that on to you via an eSIM. Now, your eSIM gives you access to the network either in a single country you go to, or you can buy eSIMs that might give you access to a group of countries, kind of like a roaming eSIM within certain regions. Now, this is not a bad deal at all when you're going on holiday, especially when your own provider may charge like a bull if you look at taking their service and use it roaming overseas on your device like you normally would. So yeah, I'm a big fan of eSIMs. I've used many before and I was keen to test Holafly's, and especially with what unlimited actually meant. So I got a Holafly eSIM in my adopted home country of New Zealand to see how it performed. Because even in the cities, coverage of mobile networks here can be very spotty. In fact, even in my home at the back end of our house, we can't get any coverage on one of the major networks here. It's so bad that when we moved here, I had to change mobile providers because I just couldn't make or receive any calls. But before I reveal how well the Holafly unlimited data eSIM performed over the 10 days I tested it with my iPhone 13 mini here in New Zealand, that's a long sentence, I should tell you more about the options available and how you set it up. But it won't take too long because it's actually super easy and surprisingly affordable for what it delivers. With Holafly, you can get eSIM data plans for more than 197 countries. Check out Holafly's website for all the countries they cover. They also have those regional eSIMs that cover groupings like in Europe, Asia, and Latin America. And they've also recently announced a new world eSIM, which looks great for big trips. Might have to look into that. Holafly offers a range of data packages that vary by country. In Europe and North America, their packages give you unlimited data for certain numbers of days, 5 days, 10 days, 20 days, 30 days, etc. And they're ideal for all types of travel, whether it's a quick getaway or study abroad or a quick work trip. Holafly eSIMs give you just the right amount of days that you need. But in other countries, they have plans that give you a specific amount of data, like 6 gigabytes, for example, for a certain period, usually 15 days. So take a look at the Holafly website to find out what the specific data options are for your destination. The beauty of Holafly, in my view, is the unlimited data and not having to uber monitor your usage on your travels. But if you'd also like tethering with that unlimited plan to run your tablet and computer as well, you could do that too, but in a slightly limited way. You can share up to 500 megabytes per day with family, friends, or your other devices by creating a Wi-Fi network and sharing your connection to those devices. But with 500 megabytes, it's more of a checking in with work or leisure plan rather than a business or remote worker kind of deal. The upshot is that my Holafly data eSIM worked very well for the entirety of the 10 days of my testing in New Zealand. I was skeptical about Holafly, but they exceeded my expectations. I got mostly 4G speeds or LTE, and I didn't really notice any data slowing down. I got exactly the same performance that I did when using the network directly and not through an eSIM. My Google Maps and Apple Maps and searches were flawless. iMessages sent photos and videos no problem. Social media posts went through fast, and my mobile data was always as reliable as it would be without an eSIM. Now I can't say sure for other places, but I'm pretty confident that Holafly will work well in Europe and other countries that have good mobile networks. I'll be testing my Holafly SIMs in countries like China, the UK and Portugal over the next few weeks, and I'll be letting you know how it performs in my community posts on YouTube. So be sure to come back to check out how Holafly performs. Now I think Holafly is a great deal for travelers who want an affordable, no hassle international data plan that gives you great speeds for a very fair price. I was seriously expecting to have slow speeds or at least some kind of issue, but everything worked super well. Now another great thing about Holafly is the 24/7 technical customer service you get, either directly through the app or through WhatsApp. And this customer service is highly rated, as you can see from their Trustpilot feedback and ranking. So you get peace of mind with your unlimited data connection, and also know that if something goes wrong, help is on hand, though you may need to get to a public Wi-Fi if you need help from the very start. It's worth watching the videos from Holafly themselves, giving you a simple outline of the walkthrough for installation. But here's a summary for you right here. Before you get the eSIM, make sure it works with your phone. Holafly's eSIMs work with most new smartphones, but double check on their website. These are the steps you have to follow next. Go over to the website and choose your travel destination under the Destinations tab. Then you'll see different options depending on how long you're staying. No need to stress about the gigabytes because most places have unlimited data. Just choose how long you want the contract to be. Add the data plan to your cart, and now you can safely check out and pay. Installing the eSIM is as quick and easy as buying it. Once you've made the payment and the purchase has been confirmed, you'll get an email with a QR code and the instructions to finish the installation. Now, in the case of Holafly, the installation and eSIM activation process are the same. From the moment you scan the QR code, the contract time of your plan will start counting. This is why it's recommended to install it just before starting your trip in a place with a good internet connection. Now, Holafly is one of the most expensive brands on the market. However, after having tested many brands of eSIM cards myself, I think it's worth paying a little more to travel relaxed with no worries about limiting your consumption or recharging the eSIM if you run out of data. Although there are other brands that may seem cheaper, remember that when you run out of data, you'll have to pay again if you want to continue using the internet. Look, if you want to just get unlimited internet for a very reasonable price when you're traveling so that you're not watching out for every megabyte when you're away from home and having fun, then Holafly I think is an excellent deal. No data limits or recharging hassles if you run out of data. I think that for what it delivers in terms of the potential amount of data, but also excellent customer service, I think it's pretty unbeatable. For me, the countries where Holafly offers a fixed amount of data is where the eSIM package might be a little less attractive and there might be other options. Check out this video next for other eSIM solutions that might fit your travel needs, and I'll see you there.